Before we jump into the demo, I wanted to ask you a few other things. You talked about Apple, right? So you have been developing for Apple for quite some time. I do hear, I don't know, in comments and in conversations that it is not quite nice because of API changes. Would you mind sharing a bit about that with us? Like, how is that with Apple?
Uh, I mean, it's. I I need to try to be fair. Because or I did some work for Windows before, and then I switched to using a Mac maybe like 10 years ago, but like no development. And then when I started developing, so when I started digging into what I can do with Mac OS, I loved it. Like I found like so what I was telling you earlier, like the screws and bolts and stuff that Apple gives you to build whatever you want is just like fantastic. It's fun and it's like a plenty. That's why I think you see also a lot of different apps, uh, and like what people used to love the Mac. Like you have like a whole bunch of beautiful apps doing kind of whatever is you
Yeah.
want to do. Because like that the tools that Apple were giving you was like super nice. Um, but yeah, my feeling over the maybe last 2 years, maybe I don't know. As a user, I kind of like it less and less, to be honest. Like uh, Mac OS, and then the development also is like now I'm trying to rewrite the thing with like the new Swift. So like Swift is the language that you use now to build for the Mac OS, for the Apple platforms. And they came up with Swift 6, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago, and like they're kind of not forcing, but they're pushing like people to use it, but their own APIs, a lot of their own APIs are not even compatible with Swift 6. So like you end up with your stuff not working, your test you can't, is I find it like very. I don't know if that's what you heard about, like when you're talking about the APIs changing, but um, it's and it's been quite dirty. So it's like kind of painful on the developer side. And then there's this thing of as a user and also as a developer, that it seems that there's some like cookies trying to unify all the platforms. And then but then it makes, in many cases it just makes no sense. Like even now the new Mac OS, like the icons, so we used to have those like beautiful icons on Mac OS that had like this character, they pop out of they're like their own, every icon is their own little pieces of art and it's like nice and stuff. And now we're gonna end up with the iPhone squircle kind of thing, which a lot of stuff makes no sense. And it happens to me, at least I feel it as a user, but also as a developer. Like you end up with the same um, APIs for all the platforms that sometimes just don't make sense. And I think, but I'm saying this also like my apps, they're kind of abusing macOS, right? They pretend to be like a screen reader, and they use those APIs to do something else. And so um, maybe if you're developing like a very basic app, the way Apple wants you to do, uh, an app with the sidebar on the left and the thing on the top, and then like your pictures in the middle and stuff, then maybe you can like build something quite easily and it kind of works. But if you're trying to do something a bit more special, then you're going to have troubles. And I feel it's like more and more, which is
Mm.
kind of, yeah. So it's not, I don't really like this because the whole point of the Mac was this, like you can find any kind of app, beautiful, fast and stuff, because like people could, I don't know if it was considered like hack their way around, but you had all those tools all those APIs, those screws and bolts where you could build anything you want. Now it's much more.
Do you consider that it's getting more locked down, like
Yeah,
Apple
so
ecosystem? Yeah.
yeah, sure.
For you
Like
as a
now, look,
developer.
yeah, you have to ask permissions for everything. I can't. So like this now, you need, if you want your apps on the App Store, you need to get them like sandbox so that you can't access like other apps data, which for me I need to, like, so I can't have, I would definitely pay them like 30% for them to take care of like the license and the payment and all those shit that I really don't care about and that I still had to build. I would give them this, but they refuse to accept like any app that is not sandbox on the App Store. So that remove a lot of apps, and then you have to ask permission now, like even as a user right now, you like, yeah, allow, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, accept for one day. What the hell?
And is it
No.
for security reasons that they do that, or?
Oh, I'm, it's like they're privacy centric kind of. I'm not sure, like to be honest, I don't really, I understand the privacy thing, but like you need a balance, right? If it ends up like you want to use something, and every time you, I don't know, like Safari, I don't know if maybe it's just me. Well, I have, for example, I have an app that scans. So like when PDF arrive in a folder, then it's like squeeze your PDF. Now with like the latest Sequoia, like every time a PDF comes, I have to, yes, allow to squeeze. This is ridiculous. Like what
Yeah.
the hell? They're not. Are they using their own system? I don't know. It doesn't look so. Because this is like every time I Google something, yes, take my location for a day. Yes, it's like, come on, man.
Man, your
I
app
don't
sales
know.
are gonna go down. We should be
It's
praising
just,
Apple right now, but
yeah, but like,
we have to be honest. Yeah, and
man, I don't. No, but it's fine. Like if people don't, like I'm saying this. Look, I've spent like 5 years building my stuff on the platform, which I like. I used to. I don't know if I can say still I love it, but the thing is, like, I don't know. Even now, developing it, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep doing this. Maybe one day it's totally possible that like the APIs are gone. Like it's not possible anymore to without a lot of hacks and in my case, I want to, you know, it's still like pieces of art and stuff, but there's a standard. Like all my, like I don't write code without having automated tests because every time I make a release for my for the users, and especially it's not open source free, right? People pay for it. So the release I released today has to be better than the release from like yesterday. If the release from today breaks and bring regression and stuff, like that's a big problem. So everything is like there. KindaVim has like maybe 7,000 tests. So when before I make a release, like it goes through all the tests and like checking that everything works and stuff. And if they make it so painful that one day I can't even, is just like you have to hack an app for it to work, I can't make
Yeah.
charge for it. I can't. And like every time I make a change in my code, I'm gonna be thinking, is it gonna break the rest? How do I know? And it's not possible. It's not fun anymore. So I
I get
would,
it.
yeah. It's
Okay.
like I'm still going to develop them as much as I can. It's just like the, I don't know if it's like where Tim Cook is bringing this, that I feel, a bit less hopeful than before.